Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on more content.
On She's Lace today, I have a lovely person. She's been a stylist for over a decade. She's taken up a number of projects that she saw in the fashion industry help her grow and also evolve at the same time. Today, she's come up with her own brand and is also head stylist as well as consultant for an upcoming fashion marketplace called Records by QK. Yeah, we're going to talk about everything and the way she's been slaying it for the past few years, especially with these two new projects, one her own and one with QK. It's Blossom on the show with me today. So nice to have you, Blossom. A warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Annie. It's a pleasure.
Okay, Blossom, styling. I think every stylist I have met or interviewed, right, from Ranveer Singh stylist to Nita Lulla to many people, fashion designers and stylists, they're all, especially stylists, they are all first generation stylists. Okay. In India, we did not have the kind of infrastructure when it comes to a typical degree course in fashion styling. That's something that is growing only now. So when the first generation of stylists started off, they started off purely by passion and by, a bent they had towards styling and towards fashion. Was that the beginning for you also?
No. So with me, it actually just happened by chance. I was actually a journalism student and I used to write. I used to do the gossip sections for After Hours and BT and HT and all of that. And post that, I was also a part of NDTV in corporate communication. And I had an accident. And because of the accident is basically styling happened because of the accident.
Ooh.
And yeah, I mean, I was bedridden and stuff. And then when I was getting back, I realized, corporate communication is not probably something I want to do. And fashion is my calling. I wanted to give it a chance. And it just came to me through a friend. And so it's been like 12 years now that is what I'm passionate about.
That is so sweet. Tell us about some of your early projects.
So I have worked on films. My best experiences have been with music videos,
Nice.
working with right from A.R. Rahman sir to Clinton sir to Salim Suleiman to Mithun to Sanam. The band is my. So I am actually their personal stylist. I style them for their events and their music videos and their shows and all of that. And I
so
absolutely love the guys. Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, I think they changed the digital space for independent artists with the kind of music they brought on board and the kind of confidence they enthused with every piece of song or music video they put out there. They definitely did change. And being with QK, pushing them further, becoming a platform that QK is to promote independent artists of all genres, that again became a very strong, purpose for not just QK, but also for independent artists to kind of go out there and have platforms that are so supportive. That is amazing. And on the side, she's also the head of styling as well as consulting a fashion marketplace called Records. This is by QK. Now, QK happens to be, if I could call them, musical talent, platform, a digital platform that has been supporting independent artists all across the country and the world. And we've got Shekhar Kapoor, A.R. Rahman backing this project. They have been for close to a decade now, along with Sameer Bangara, who is one of the co-founders, no longer with us. We lost him in the middle of the pandemic, not to COVID, but it was a tragic accident. I really, really miss this man. He was a man with a vision that would give every independent artist, every musician who was confident an opportunity, really. So Blossom, your journey with QK, I think, started through Sanam, and now you are also on board with them for Records. Tell us a little about what Records is and what are you doing for Records?
So Records is essentially a marketplace. They are actually doing tie-ups with various brands, which aren't so popular as of now, and they're giving them the chance, like how they have done for most of the individual artists. They've given them the platform to actually sell and become a name, and so that's exactly what they're doing with Records. It's a brand. It's basically a platform which is promoting new brands who probably do not have as many means of publicity, and so they have like influencers on board who actually are promoting them. And I mean, it's it's got fashion, and soon they're going to be in beauty as well, like the beauty segment of.
Oh, that is amazing. So Records is something we've got to go after. And this is brought to you by Qki. It's REKKOZ. When it comes to styling, I believe the whole world is your platform, isn't it, Blossom?
It is,
Because
indeed.
you can just pull so many different styles and make it your own, depending on what you visualize for the person you're going to be styling. So a lot comes into play, from the character of the person, from the overall, gait of the person, to how the person chooses colors for himself or herself. There's a lot at play. What are some of the main points as a stylist you think for a person to win any outfit should have?
I think comfort is my number one aspect in terms of fashion. Like you could be, you could be wearing the most expensive gown, but if you're not really comfortable wearing it, it's no point. You probably wear like a short dress and slay it with some accessories and you're good to go, So that is
Yay.
comfort and chic. I mean, yeah, I just feel that a person has to be, they basically have to feel happy wearing it and should have a smile when they look at themselves in the mirror, like rather than waiting for somebody else to tell them, oh, you're looking good. I think it's an internal thing also that has to come to them naturally. And so when I'm styling people, I generally would like to see the kind of fashion that they follow, and if there is anything that I think might just work better in terms of style, I always advise them. I mean, it's up to them really whether or not they believe in me. But most of them that I've worked with have been kind enough to actually listen to what I say.
That is so sweet. Yeah, it's nice to have someone be the judge and the executioner of an idea that a person, especially you when you come with experience, to visualize a person in a particular outfit or in a particular costume. So it's nice to go with your opinion, really, because it comes with a lot of experience. What about androgynous dressing, androgynous clothing? I really love it these days. I love the men dressing so loud. I love the women dressing equally loud. But somehow these days, because we're so used to dressing, seeing women dress so loud, I like it more on men these days.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, like for me, fashion is all about colors, like I like vibrance. I like, it just makes me happy to see colors. So when I see people who have just black and blue and white, like browns and grays in their wardrobe, I'm like, guys, like the nature has made colors. There are so many colors we see in nature. And so it has to be a part of our everyday lives also, no? Like
absolutely.
Just add that little brightness in your day with wearing some nice funky prints or colors, and I mean,
the lines are blurring when it comes to men making any piece of clothing their own, and it starts from wearing digital prints or any print for that matter, bright colors, experimenting with these bright colors and prints, to even wearing skirts. Like I love Ranveer Singh when he carries monochrome outfits, to of course prints, to of course the way he carries himself in a bun and a skirt. I mean, for God's sake, he does it better than women. You know what I mean? So we've been seeing it in pair of pants and blazers for so many years. I don't see any reason why men shouldn't. I would love to see men just embrace this with all the confidence and love they can have, or what's out there for them to experiment with. What do you have to say?
I think earlier on, before becoming a stylist, there was one man I always looked up to for the styling part of it, and that was Jackie Shroff. I've grown up watching him, with the scarves and these funky caps, and he just had that style and attitude, and like such a persona that you'd be like, wow, dude, like look at him,
Right.
And so over the years, obviously, fashion has changed, and like you rightly said, Ranveer Singh is one of those few people who can slay in anything, just about anything that he'd wear. And it's simply amazing. I wish there were more men who would essentially want to be taking that risk, going that way, trying to experiment a little more than what they do right now. I mean, it's just like...
I want to see many more Billy Potters here in our country now.
Yeah, totally.
So Blossom, tell us about me now. Me comes from hemp, and I know I've heard of hemp growing in the past few years here in India. I know the hemp has got multiple uses, right from hemp oil that can heal you of some of the most dangerous diseases, okay, to putting you back into good health, to even hemp that can be used for fashion, which then becomes biodegradable, which then becomes organic, which then also doesn't pollute the environment like how most of the fashion products have been for all these years. So tell us more about me.
So me happens to be my birth child, like a baby that I have been
Sure.
trying to nurture, and it's just like 3 months old now. I
Uh-huh.
have yeah, I have. So as a stylist, I always felt that there is so much of fashion pollution that we create that we have no
Sure.
idea about, and so um, picking up on a fabric like hemp was very, very challenging, because obviously it isn't pocket friendly, so to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
It obviously, I mean, and so a lot of people actually told me that, why would you want to get into that and
Mm.
stuff like that. But then for me, it was that more like, I'm paying my dues for the fashion hazard that I must have caused in the last couple of years working
Right.
in the industry. And I'm just trying my bit to save the world one stitch at a time.
That
Yeah. And
is so sweet.
yeah, so apart from hemp, like I said, it's natural fabrics that I'm using. So I also have blends of hemp with uh, soya, like different plants. So hemp with rose, hemp with lotus, hemp with orange, hemp with
Nice.
milk. So the
Wow.
surplus milk that gets wasted is
Mm.
processed into fiber, and then processed into cloth. And so
Wow. Wow.
I've been
That's a
making like,
So the back end work is like twice as much as what a regular, fashion brand would be doing, or a fashion clothing will need, because a, you're taking hemp, which is extremely difficult to process. Two, you've got to ensure that the processing or the production is also not polluting, cause hemp requires that many more processes to make it kind of variable. And
yeah.
three, of course, then collecting wasted milk, or for that matter any other flowers and things that probably are thrown away, and then you're collecting them and you're using them so that you can upcycle them, so to speak, and kind of making sense out of it. Doesn't that involve a lot of you and your team to really put all of this together?
Yes, it does. It is quite tedious. It needs a lot of care and attention and research. And so I have people that I closely work with. One of them are based out of Muradabad,
Hmm.
and there are local artisans, like women who basically use handloom.
Nice.
So it's processed there. And there's one a person that I basically deal with in Bombay for the processing and making of the fabrics. And yeah, and
Wow.
it's not a manufacturing level that I'm looking at doing things, as in I'm
Hmm.
making only like a handful of pieces. Like if I've made
Right.
one design, it's just another maybe 5 pieces I would make, and that's
Hmm.
about it, because I'm promoting slow fashion.
Right.
Yeah, so I would really, I mean, for me, it's as simple as, you talk about good food,
Hmm.
how nutritions and your diet and all of that
Hmm.
has to do with your health and your well-being.
Right.
You talk about going to the gyms and everything, so why don't you talk about what you wear? Because everything
Absolutely.
that you wear also matters. I mean, your body uh, feels a different way when you wear natural fabrics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree, because that is also part of our well-being, the mental and physical well-being that we've been talking about for a lot more actually in the past 2 years. It makes so much sense. So don't forget to check out Me by Blossom. I guess that's also your Insta page.
Me by Blossy.
Me by Blossy. Okay, so it's Blossy.
No, Blossii.
Ooh, oh my God.
Yeah.
Does numerology or astrology have anything to do with this?
No, it was just a page which was available. Like the name was available, and the reason it's me is an abbreviation to Mother Earth. So that's my
Nice.
company name. Yeah, Mother Earth by
Nice.
me.
Nice. So that's Me by Blossy, Blossieee. Don't forget to check it out. This is amazing. Are you ready for the set of questions? It's going to
Yes.
be fun. Yeah,
Yes,
Blossom.
totally.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's ask you the very first question about entertainment. Let's start with that. On an OTT platform, everything's OTT. I mean, for me, I think it's most comfortable to find my time and go watch the film I like, even if it has released, say, 2 weeks ago or a month ago. I'm not in a hurry to really go watch it because the OTT platforms are so convenient and comfortable. And, we do it at our pace. So tell me the movie you watched recently that you really loved.
Sorry.
Are you telling me we don't have enough movies that have been launched on an OTT platform that have been good enough?
No. There's been millions of them actually, and so to pick one is actually difficult because there's a whole lot of them. I mean, like one of my most favorites, old time movies that I can just go watch anytime is Andaz Apna Apna. I mean, that is one movie that I can just watch. I mean, I don't have to, think, Arey, kya lagaye? So it's just like, it's as simple as that. I can
so
just
sweet.
play.
That is so sweet. Give me top 2 travel destinations on your bucket list right now.
Oh, Norway for the Aurora and Amsterdam.
Yes, Aurora Borealis it is. Okay, moving on. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Akshay Kumar. I mean, I have done the most craziest things that anybody can ever imagine a fan do. I mean, in today's day, I think it's more to do with like what, you'd write posts, you would, do things. I mean, in my 9th and 10th standard, I was as crazy as, I would go to his place with cake on his birthday at 5 a.m. because I knew I would just see him in the lift and see him, and I'll be like, there have been times I've been like shell shocked because he's in the lift and I'm with the cake and I don't know what to say. And to my luck, just 2 days back, I was at the music launch of Atrangi Re, where I actually met him after like I don't know how many years, and I was again like cold. I was like my had shivers in my knees,
Oh my God, that is a lot. Okay. If you were to be a comic superhero, who would it be and why?
Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just love the guy. Everything that he does is funny.
Crazy.
And crazy. Yeah, he's eccentric.
He's absolutely eccentric. Which dessert makes you go weak in your knees?
Tiramisu.
Oh, tell me the name of 2 international musicians you really love to listen to.
Enrique Iglesias. I mean, I know he's getting a little old now, but he still is so
he is
good.
amazing.
And Eddie Vedder.
Okay, Eddie Vedder it is. If there was one, what's the one thing your parents have actually taught you that stayed with you and that's really helped you in good times as well as bad?
So stretch your legs as much as the bed sheet is. Don't try to go overboard.
Okay, what's your favorite time of the day?
Evening.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, sunset times. Yeah.
Nice.
I like evenings. I'm not really a morning person.
What's your favorite beverage?
Coffee. Hot chocolate, actually.
Nice. Yeah. And the last question, what is it that you're really excited about that's up and coming for you?
So there's an ad film that I worked on just yesterday. It's for AMD Gaming. It's crazy. It's going to be crazy because the costumes made are like another level. I mean, there's a lot of,
we're going to look forward to that. This was amazing. And thank you so much for all the work you're putting into ensuring that people do realize and become a little more conscious of the environment, of slow fashion that you're propagating through your brand, Me by Blossy, and the fact that hemp as a product can be used in multiple ways, including fashion, and that we must cherish every piece of fashion we have with us, not just use and throw, which is what we've been doing for the past few decades already. It's time to stop that completely. Thank you so much for this. And thank you so much for also being a part of Records by Kyuki. That's something we're looking forward to also. Thank you so much once again, Blossom, and all the very best.
Thank you. Thank you, Annie. It was lovely talking to you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on more content.